Hello. How you doing? I bought this the other day and it is so good. So good. So I thought, you know what? Why not make this the first of hopefully regular uploads on games that I like? You know, so if you haven't played it, Dot Age is it's like a city builder game, but with worker placement, kinda like your old board games. And it's just a joy. It's just a joy. I'll start from the start. I've played it for about 20 hours or so. So I'll start from the start on a different profile. So there we have Matish. I know a guy called Matish. So let me tell you the story of how your very own village was born. I was so young back then. This is a tale of a curse that we're destined to face and how we overcame it through cooperation. So let's get started. Yep. It's hard. It's a hard game. Let me tell you a story. It begins before any of you were born. We had been travelling for days in strange lands. This is the story of how our village was born. The story of how we defeated the prophecy. It all began in a lush, secluded valley that we found after several days of travelling. And here he is, the grumpy man himself. Just a few more steps, you slackers. We're almost there. What do that voice? We're almost there. Meh. My feet hurt. Meh. They all sound like minions in this, I think. But honestly, it's so good. Oh, I was so young then. I don't know why I'm doing that. I convinced some pips to follow me into the valley. Because I'm old enemy, so I may as well talk normally. This is it. This is the place I told you about. We have to stop here. Actually, what? I don't know. I was... Not good with voices. I'm sorry. You better not be lying about this new life, Elder. Impertinent! Follow my example and all will be well. Now get to work. We started work straight away on the construction of our village. Right. It's not the first time. It isn't the first time. So I'm going to skip. Right. So, like all the little hammers, I should say, not arrows, where you can place your bivouac. And you've got all this to kind of use for your village. So up here, we've got 4 bushes. And you need bushes. You need the berries straight away. This bit up here is decent. There's a lot of adjacency bonuses in this game. So whenever you see like a kind of inlet like that, it's a good place for stuff. But we're a wee bit away from that yet, because we're just starting, of course. I think if we go here, we've got some stone, we've got some trees around us, so as good a place as any to start. Right. So you're essentially trying to gather all the resources, right? You can have a maximum of 40 of any of the resources, so that's berries, that's wood. And this is like the categories from where you can build. So like you've got food, raw, as in raw resources like wood and stuff like that, and water. Dwellings, which you need, because you guys need houses. Services, so that kind of goes a little bit later on into the game. The one thing as well that I will say, even though I love this game, is I don't know why, but the tooltips, they just don't work properly. not in the original anyway. I think there's a few DLCs kicking about, which I haven't bought because I wanted to try this one out first. So services, I'll explain that a little bit later on. An expansion, so expand your borders, and you can kind of transform the land with that. So we've got 4 little pips, because that's what they're called, 4 little pips. Just new on their travels. And the end turn thing here, the seasons, because it's a game that goes, you know, through the seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And yeah. So what we need, I would say, is a cabin. And we'll put the cabin here. Right. And we've got some chickens here. Wild chickens. They're handy. So I'm going to place a little signpost. The signpost is how you expand it. So there you go, showing you where the new borders would be in a turn. And not food. What do we need? We need a thinker's post for the, you know, because there wouldn't be a game like this without a tech tree, wouldn't it? So this one, actually, the thinker's post, it hates being around the structure, right? So it hates being around these 2 things. Right, so I think I'm going to put that up here. It's away from stuff for now. We can kind of do a little zigzag later on, like that. We will also need a wood pile for the collecting of timber. Or wood. Alright, I'll try to be too smart. Wood. So put that there. That's the 4 done. I'm too old. That's me there. I don't do any work, I just tell folk what to do. So there we go. We get to work. And they all go in a little tent at night and they all eat all the berries. Right, so there we go. 1 thinker's thinking. This is going to take a turn. We're getting 2 wood. And we've got 1 pip just kicking about. So let's get some berries. The start of the game's quite quick. You know, like you don't have a lot to do. But it's one of these sort of games where if you take a little bit of time, a little bit of foresight, you know, kind of plan out, or, you know, you might want to build something up here, or you might want to build like something to do with wood up here or there, so on. So it's best not to rush it. But let's see, what can we do? Right. So we can collect water with a crude well. It's the only thing we can do. So that's what's getting researched. And another day dawns. Oh my goodness. Avert your eyes. Avert your eyes. Yep. You need to make new babies. New pips. So, yep. That's why you need the dwellings. The dwellings are where you make the babies. Then you kind of just leave them. You leave them to do their own thing for a couple of turns. So let's do that. We got 2. So it takes 1 lot of berries. You know, sort of like dangling them seductively over your partner's lips. Like a pervert. Right. Done. Next turn. Ta-da! Right. So there we go. There's the pippins. Takes a few days for them to become an adult. So they're just wandering about. Now, you can have 2 pips to a dwelling at the start. But, you know, because there's a gap here, 1 of 2. A pippin's already grown up there, so you can't make a new pippin until that one's grown up. So, to kind of get around that, put in another house. And what do we need most of all? We're kind of running out of food, so we're not running out. Got a few tons of food left, so yep. Let's get a bit of a surplus going. There we go. So, yeah, this is the game. Just take your time, thinking about what you need. Right. These run out. These run out of uses, right? So I've got 2 more uses out of this particular bush this season. Like, these refresh in spring and summer, but not in autumn. So they'll keep us going in the early game. They'll keep us going. Like, we don't have a lot of mouths to feed. So I think 1 more turn. Like that. There's the bell. And we've got another category to research. So, yeah, terrain bonuses. It's just like a board game, really. Certain tiles have certain modifiers to the output of certain buildings. So, there you go. A well, when a wet bit, will give you more water. Right. And also, yep, just kind of giving that away. You've got cultivation and community. Community, the next one here. So, yep, starting to open up. So, cultivation, just the growing of things. Growth, as in the growth of a village. So like that's what you start off with, the bivouac in the cabin. But here we can get a hunting tent, which is for the wild animals, a chicken pen, so we can sort of like the dove from above kind of coo it down, get it in the pen. So, first of all, we need more pips. So, we'll do that. Keep him thinking. That's got 2 turns left. That'll do it. Oh, no, I need to select something, of course. Tomato plants. Tomato plants. Food's a it's not a problem, but it's a priority at the start of the game. You know, and then once you get a surplus going, that's when you can properly start growing things. So, yep, next one. I've played it through once. Not going to spoil it, of course. You know, and I'm not really going to spoil this at all. You know, I'm going to play it for like a couple of hours maybe. Just so you have a wee look at the game, see if you think you'd like it or not. But personally, I love it. I love it. It's just that sort of kind of cozy game where you can just sit on your bum and spend a good few hours just playing it. Right. So there we go. That bush is now empty. These have got the pippins, so we've got 2 spaces left, right? So we're going to need more wood. And what else I'm going to do? We've got foragers. So I'm going to place the forager. Let's place it here. Right. Because the forager can gather a few sort of like basic resources right now. There it is. Chop, 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 chop. I love the berries. So yeah, yep, it's got a few options there. So like each of the little lines are how many you can get this turn. Sometimes there's like a little line and an arrow, but there's also like a number of days, and that's like how many days it's going to take till you get one. But these do multiple, so I think because we have tomatoes, and we're not going to do hemp, we're not going to grow hash. No, not right now. Going to grow seeds because we need them. We need them. And there's one of our pips grown up. So let's he's in the house, but he's away doing work. So like you've invited somebody over while he's not there. There it is. So there we go. 7 berries, 7 mouths to feed. So we'd only have 1 turn if we didn't collect any berries, so we better get collecting. Worst comes to the worst, we can use this to collect berries as well, because this gives you 2. Oh, Pressing the wrong button there. Yeah, that'll do for now. Right, we do need to kind of collect water as well. And the layout of the land isn't necessarily that great at the moment. So let's get rid of the woodworker. I'm thinking, because this has got lots of water kicking about, if we kind of expand over that way, which will take a few turns, but it's only like one wood each signpost you put down. The problem with signposts is they block that tile, essentially. You get more around it, but like say you wanted to put something next to that as well, and you can't put it on the signpost. It's a structure, you can't move it. So this seems to be not too bad for a little basic farm for now, right? A little basic tomato farm. So if we put that there, it'll take a few turns. The tomato plants will come up next turn. And visions of blood and death rain down on us. The apocalyptic vision, I remember it vividly. So events will appear, right? And this is the kind of core premise of the game, right? You get events, you need to try and mitigate the events. There's certain ways you can mitigate them, but it's going to take a little bit of time to get to that point. The visions came to me. I saw the future and the world is doomed. The apocalypse is coming. You brought us here to die. Don't be stupid. We're here for a reason. We can stop this. Let me tell you about my prophecy. According to what I saw, we will encounter many events in the near future. Right. And a doom event awaits us at the end. We must prepare for it. Right. So this is it. Right. This, you spend a bit of time on this, trying, for planning. So there's 4 columns. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each of them, you can kind of get a resource to mitigate, right? I know what the columns are. I'm not going to say it right now, but I know what the columns are. At the end, you've got like a more difficult version of it, right? That's the doom event. The icons here. So that's an omen. You can't do anything about omens. They're just going to come and they're going to increase the level of threat. So it makes it more difficult to do things of this column. This is a season event. So the temperature can potentially change. And this tells you at the side what season it is. So this is spring. The yellow's summer. And it doesn't show you everything. But this is the number of days in that season. So it goes all the way up to 35. And this goes up to 15 for now. Right, you only ever see so far up to the next doom event. So yeah. You said we'd find a new life here. Disrespectful fool. You call me a liar? Work hard, and the dooms can be defeated. This is what I saw. Now that you all know about the prophecy, we need to work hard to survive. So that's the first one. Fear. I see we have been cursed. An omen is coming for us. Something bad is going to happen soon. So the fear domain looms. Right. So, I'm not going to read this, but essentially, right, you have 4 domains. Fear is the first one, and that can be countered with hope. Right, so you need to build things that give the people hope. Fear will just accumulate over time. But we've got 5 days to kind of plan for it, right, which isn't too bad. It's going to happen anyway, so something bad will happen, but it's just the start of the game. It won't be, game breaking. So let's keep expanding over that way. We have another pippin. We're making more food than we're eating. So let's put a little pip on the woodworking pile. I love the sound of them eating. Pips can grow pips can grow plants. Right, so there we go. We've got a new bit. Construction. Education. Right, so we can plant stuff. That's all that's saying. And it takes a little bit of time for the thing to grow, because that's how nature works. You can't just plant something and it's just there immediately. So I put another one here. That should give us what we need for the start. We have 3 berries, 2 of which are being used. So this is 1 ton for this one, 5 tons for that one, 5 tons for that one. I want to put down 1 more to expand this, and then I'm going to put down a well. And then around the well, I'll put the plants, because you need for the tomato plants. Well, you don't need, but it helps. Like, if there's a water maker, which is the well, you get an extra tomato. So, there we go. Right, so what are we making now? Now that we've got education, this is just telling us what we can get from this lot. Now we've got education, I think we need to get this knowledge. Knowledge gives us the research. The quicker you do research, the quicker you get up the skill tree. So, yeah. Let's 1 more turn. So this is a pain. In an ideal world, I could have placed this somewhere else, right? But I can't, really, right? That was the only one there that kind of opened this up. I want to put a well where it's wet. And then I was going to place tomato plants around it, but these three, it's kind of like an extra one if I didn't have a well near there, essentially, right? So, in my head. So let's get planting. No. Let's get making the well. I was getting ahead of myself. It's your fault. Right, so it's going to take 2 turns. That's fine. I have a feeling I'm going to have to place one down there anyway. Right. Do they count as... No, right. Signposts don't count as structures, so you can have these next to one, which is fine. Which is good. But for now... let's put another one of those. Because we need to get thinking. So these particular ones, you kind of need to stagger them out. Bit of a zigzag. The well was built. Oh, happy days. Happy days. Right, but the omen's coming tonight. Oh no. What are we going to do? Right, let's plant the tomatoes there. It'll take... oh, bugger. Ah, see, this is what I did not account for. It's going to take water. Right, so we'll get the water first for a few turns. It takes 2 water and 3 seeds. So I want 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. It's going to take 6 water, so 2 turns. And then I can start planting. Something's going to happen. Oh, it's... oh. Ah! Stunned. Not much you can do about that. So... each of the pips... like, this is an ailment. You get ailments from time to time, but they also get quirks as well. So... the quirks will sort of like kind of direct what events you get. Little mini events. So, yep, memory retrieved, stunned. Cure ailments, yep. Just told you. I don't need to go through all that, I just told you. Right. When awake, each domain accumulates its associated resource called power. Right? Fear domain will generate fear. High fear will cause bad events. But you can get protection, right? So, perfect. Right, we know what to do. We need something that will protect against it, right? That person was getting the berries, which, we can kind of go for a few turns without, so it's not so bad. It's not so bad. one more turn here, then we'll plant. That's going to run out 2 turns. 1 turn. Yep. I think we're getting enough seeds for now. So let's get rid of that for now. I haven't researched the thing for chickens. We will need more wood. You know, you need wood for building stuff. It's a pain in the neck if you run out. Let's put the woods here for now. Right, so that's the retreat made. So when you upgrade buildings, they need somebody that is in that profession to work it, essentially, right? These are just little handymen pips, but they can specialise and stuff. So let's just take a little bit of time to get these bumped up to the next one. It only takes a turn, and then it'll take a turn to make them thinkers. Right, that's done now. We've got 6, so let's plant that. And we can actually, because we've got 1 spare, let's plant another one. Done. So there, we've made the retreat. Got the well. A few crops are growing. All's good with the world. Right, so we need to teach them. Well, they need to train on how to think. So you just wait a turn. And that will double our research. We'll have 4 instead of 2. So perfect. And 1 more tomato plant. Get it growing as soon as we can. And we have 1 more pip. I'm going to be down to 3. This isn't great. We're kind of going to need to do more foragers. Temporarily, while we start off. So we'll put 1 there. In fact, don't even have wood gatherers for now. This will give us 3. That bush has got enough for 2. This will take 4 days to grow. Going to need to make a few. Yeah, we're going to need to make a few foragers for now. We don't want to run out of food. Right. Let's double check this, right? We've got an event coming in 8 days. And it's for this. See what I mean about the start? And food's everything at the start. Why don't you get a job? I love that. Right. So. We're going to need to hunt. Right. That'll take us 2 turns. Even then, I think we might be struggling. Right. There we go. So got an extra 3. We might be alright. We might be alright for 1 turn. We need 1 more forager. Just while we're waiting on the tomatoes coming. So build that, then we should be alright. And once the tomatoes are grown, then it kind of frees us up to do a little bit more. But we got to subsist, unfortunately. Got to subsist. There we go. The bush is depleted. It is going to be 2 and 3. One more turn and then we can start hunting them. Let's just get some wood. Let's just get some wood. After this though, we will need to get something else. Something to kind of mitigate against this event that's going to come. Like the man's saying. Right. Right, so we've got the hunting tent, which is good. And this is all the stuff we can get. It would be preferable to cook it at the moment, but we can't. Because we need to get this. This is a meeting point. Being social gives you hope. You know, it's no good being a sad sack. No pals in this game or in life. You need to get social. Right. So that's going to come next turn anyway. That's going to come next turn. We are getting 1 threat, which we can live with for now. It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to take that off though, and not that hunting. Let's put that there. For now, right, it's going to take 2 turns. But after that, if we need to, we can get chickens. And we've built up a bit of a surplus, which is good. Got 9 berries. Yep. And that's the meeting point. So, this is what the services are for, right? No, it's not. It's for the culture for this one, right? If we put that next to houses, we get an extra hope. If we put it just on its own, we don't get that extra hope, so we'll slap that down there. And lo and behold, the tomatoes are here. Right, so let's get everybody, or 2 off of them. Right. So we've got 20 tomatoes essentially over 5 tons for each of these. Right, so that's 60. What I would quite like though, because you need to plant them once it's done. So it'll take a few turns just to get the water that you need to plant them again. In fact, I think it tells us here. Yeah, 2 and 3. 2 and 3. So that's fine. That's fine. But we're not going to staff now. Perfect. And we've got this. So we're good. We'll also, because we've got surplus again, we can make a new one. A new pip. What I do need to do though is stick someone in that. In fact, let's do that. We can lose 4 berries this turn, that's fine. But I do want another pip. More pips, more people can boss about. There we go. You have fulfilled your biological purpose in this life. Right, now we will need to start keeping them here for a few turns. So, because they're sitting on their bum, having a nice wee chin wag, we're getting to hope. So, we've got 3 turns. This is going to give us 6. That's going to give us 5. It might still go wrong. I should have probably have got that a bit sooner, but hey ho, that's what this game's about. Difficult choices. Difficult choices that you forget to make. Right, we need wood. We need wood. I'm gonna take them off that now. It's just there as a kind of backup, but it takes 3 turns to kill 1 chicken and get 3 chicken legs. So no. It's a bit much at the moment. We will build up a few berries. That's what we'll do. And that'll pretty much... Ah, come on, idiot! I didn't realise the tomato plant had grown. We could have done that instead. Off! Right. Off! Right, next turn, 63% chance of being alright. Slightly better than 50-50, but not much. Right. Bugger. Bugger. Hey, what's happening here? Uh-oh. Stolen some wood? You absolute little shit. Brave. You are getting renamed. You are getting renamed. Nope, 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 not that one. Even get losing 2 woods, alright. That's very low down in the priorities. But now's the next one, right? So this is the seasons, right? And I think you can probably guess what this is. This is going to do with hot and cold, right? So we need to kind of counter that. So let's get them thinking. And the way that you counter that is with a puddle. Puddle for cold, bonfire for heat. So if we get that done as quick as we can, then we should easily, you know, be able to cope with both the random event and the doom that's coming up. But for now, got a few turns of respite. So what to do, what to do, what to do, what to do? One, 4. Getting a new pip in the next turn. Right. I think I want to expand this a bit. And I want to place down a well here. And we have no space for pips. Ah, we need to regrow. We need to regrow these. Let's get it one off the wood. We're okay-ish for wood at the moment. We will need to get more seeds eventually. But once we get these planted, that's fine. We've got a few turns. really do want to put down another tomato plant somewhere. Got this well going down, but let's see, right. Made that. What else can we do? Oh, lots more stuff, right. Barbecue. That's the thing. That's what we need. Once you get barbecue, you're sorted for a bit. And we'll get it next turn. So that'll do. Yeah, right. There we go. We have barbecue. We need white meat. Right. Now, I'm going to stop them from eating the raw meat. Not because it poisons them. Poison? I'm saying poison too many times. It's not making any sense to me anymore. It doesn't negatively affect them. Right? But it's more efficient to cook it. You get more for your time. But the problem that we have, it's not a problem as such. It's, if I go here, right, you get more if dwelling and hunting is within 2. So I wonder 5, 4. If that, see, this is where placement matters, right? What I think I'm going to have to do, right? We need it anyway. A house here. Once we've got the house, we should be good. Is that the best place for the house? Yeah, no, it should be fine. Let's just get... Oh no, we don't have enough wood. We need to get them chopping. But we can learn something else. Chicken pen. It is good. It is good. It kind of provides a bit more certainty with your supply of the meats. But is there anything else we really need before that? Problem with chickens is feeding the chickens. The chickens take seeds. The problem with this is, like, it kills them. It kills the chickens in 1 turn. But it takes 3 turns to to regenerate one wild chicken. So you slowly deplete them over time. I think we're going to have to go for the chicken pen. Going to have to go for the chicken pen. And as a result, we're going to need to get more seats. We're alright for a turn now. Like food-wise. 14, let's get up to 20 first. Let's get up to 20 and then we'll take it off the well. Take that pip off the well, I should say. Well, so we're going to start eating the berries again. Got one turn for that house. We do need more tomatoes anyway. Yeah. Just such a nice looking, lovely sounding, but a complex, cozy game. But it's not that way, but it's too complex where you're like, oh, my brain hurts. My brain hurts. It's too much. It's just nice. I just love the way. Oh, we don't have enough, right? It's telling us we're going to starve if we don't feed folk. So that's fine. That's fine, because we've got these. I'm going to take one of them off that. So we can get the barbecue on the go. Right. So, a bit of a choice, right? You've got eggs. They require a farmer? Yes, they do. So we would need to train a farmer up to get eggs. But eggs are good. They're stable. As long as you feed the chickens, you get the eggs. This needs tools. Both of these need tools. Oh, okay, right. So it's looking like we need to make tools, which I believe is in construction. Right. Tools take wood. It takes 3 turns to make 1 tool. So we need more wood. But to get that, which gives you more wood, we need to get it clean. to terraform the land, to sculpt it, and make it into your image. It's going to take a few turns to do that. Right. Uh-oh. Here he is. Oh, next season. Get ready for it. So, there we go. The heat domain. And pips can perform some tasks on terrains, which is the clear. So, some building, you know, like the wood chopper thing. The wood stack, that needs declaring, right? So, yes. Let's get that. These are grown. 19 is enough for now. We just need to get a turn with the berries. The 5 turns, anyway, right? These bushes will regenerate. So that's good. Right. Right, I don't want them. I want them thinking. Get thinking. Right. Ah, I've got the tomatoes again. So off of this. I'm starting to feel like I need more pips. Even though I've been complaining about near starvation and stuff like that, it's a fine balancing act, this. Yes, I did take the thinkers off it. I know. But I do need them to kind of gather the tomatoes. I really should have taken the berries away though. Ugh. Whatever. Whatever. Right. Get them thinking again, and this time we can get it cooking. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, it's all coming together. Oh. Two turns, we're going to get more wood. Well, once we make the wood stack, is it? Good for tomatoes though. Oh, good. Right, we don't need you. Get picking the tomatoes. Get picking those tomatoes. There we go. Like, we're starting to cook the meat. We're getting somewhere now. We're getting somewhere now. Right. One little pip growing up, 2 turns. So many tomatoes. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. In fact, yeah. Let's build up a little bit of the raw white meat. No, 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 we can't. What we need, actually, is we need to make a puddle. Because I don't want a repeat of what happened with the fear one, where we messed up and they stole my wood. But look at that, oh, it's lovely. So green. Right. Done. Done. I see. I see an unknown event coming upon us. Yes. There it is. It's that. It's the heat. And that's why I needed to make the puddle. It's that person's job to inspect closely that puddle. And dive about in it and frolic and cavort. But what I do need is... yeah, we need to do that. Do I take them off? Do I take one off the thinking? Yeah. Right. One off the thinking. Because... one turn to get that. Can we... we can survive a few turns. Oh, can we? No, we can. Right. Get that upgraded. It's going to take 3 turns. But it's going to double the wood. Double the wood, so... we need it. You start to get these little... bottlenecks. So we've got a few tons of meat. Get him back on that. Get him back on that. And get these. Oh, we can't. We need seeds. Yeah. we can go a turn without collecting it. Yeah. Just the one. Pip's grown up. Beautiful. Let's get him planting that. We can also get collecting these. But we do need to build up the seeds. We need to build up the seeds. Like, we will get... We'll get a good percentage of that. Like with the water there. Yeah. I think we're all good. For now, we will need another puddle. Actually, preferably two. Right. I think we take a turn to fill that house up. Take a few turns to build the seeds up. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. It's been made. It's been made. It's been upgraded. We need wood. We need to take one off. But we're getting forward each turn. So, oh. So good. So good. Are we going to get that to 100%? Yes. We're good. We're good. So that's a guaranteed pass, that one. So we aren't going to get our bum handed to us this turn. But what I do want to make is that puddle. Yeah. So we've learned tools. That's been made. We need to get stone to unlock this, which is fine. What we probably should do we're all right for fire. We're in summer. It's going to take a while for us to need that. No, we need stone. Right. We need stone. Let's get stone. Let's get stone. Let's get pure stone, dinner. So sorry. Right. That's getting made. That's getting used. We have 2 tons of chicken before we run out. But let's just finish that ton. Da-da! Oh, what's happening here? Efficient? Oh! Wonderful! So that's going to double the brain power. See, we're getting the 8 a turn now. Oh, you need to keep them thinking. Right. We have 10 days until the doom. We have 1 day, it seems, until the doom comes. And, like, we have to prepare for it. So we can get a little head start. We can get a little head start by just keeping them there. We will need, however, to fill up the well. Not fill up the well. Take water from the well. That's not how wells work. Filling them up. That's a stupid thing to say. Anyway. So many little choices you have to make. Not enough things to make those choices. Oh. Right, next. What we'll do, or what I'll do, not what we'll do, because you're not doing this, I'm doing this. We'll play up to the first two. Then we might play it again later in a different video. But I think that's a good point. I think that's a good point to stop it for 1 day. So... it's actually going to start on 8th. Right, that's good. So we've got 8 of a head start. Which is perfect. That's what you really want to do in these games. Or these games? This game. Plan ahead. Plan ahead. We are reasonable for food. Let's get picking some more tomatoes. We'll lose 1 of that and the chicken. I can live with that. But we do need to get hunting again. But I want to build this up. We need a few more tons of the seeds. Because that'll be 6 seeds. And then these 2 will be another 6 seeds. But I want to start growing chickens. At some point, not right now. Right. We've now opened up some new possibilities. Let us have a little look first. That's what we'll do. What we do need, or will need at some point, is these things remedy rug, right? So we'll get that done quick. It takes a turn anyway. But that's not a good use of our time, actually. No. What is a good use of our time is learning that. The secluded retreat. That's going to take 1 turn, which is ideal. I don't think we want to upgrade these while that is still happening. So let's just end that turn for now. I can't count. I thought that was going to be done this turn. It's not. It's next turn. Terrible. Right. And here we are. The doom is upon us. A doom event is coming soon. Prepare for it may be the end of the village. Right. So dooms are a bit stronger than your normal random events. So this is the threat level at the top, right? Each one of these pips is the threat. So like 2 pips essentially is generating 3 heat a day, but we've already got a bit of a head start and we're going to run away with it. It should be 100% by the time this is done. And our pip is going to grow 1 turn, so they can start growing stuff or picking up stuff. So I think we are good for now. Let's leave it at that. That's the secluded retreat done. We have seven bonus knowledge. So I think it would be better to spend that 7 on something that costs 12. Let's go for the well. And let's get them growing again. Lovely. More tomatoes, more food, more. Oh, it's just so helpful, right? But I think I'm going to keep them there for now. I'm going to use these berries. I'm going to collect some. I'm going to collect some of them. We've got the stone well. Oh no, we've got the normal well. That was just a crude well. We've got the normal well. So it's like double, essentially. Double water. What we do want is we do want to go eggs. Do I? No. I want that, the altar. You get 4 domains. The altar's for one of them, right? And you need to kind of place that around woods. This bit would be beautiful for it. As would the oh, look at that perfect eye shape. Oh, that's so good. Resource classes. That's just telling, it's just telling you a little hint about like the threat levels and how much it generates and things like that. It's fine. It is fine. We don't need it. We don't need it right now. I think we're alright for wood. I think we're alright for wood. I want to start. If you don't use the berries in summer, it's a waste. Like, they disappear in autumn. So you might as well collect them while you can. Yep. So we've got 5 knowledge. How many turns left? That's the 5 turns gone, right? Fine. I can live with that. Let's get these upgraded. So there's a few turns without research. That's fine, but this will give us 6 research a turn, I think. Yeah, 6 research a turn. Beautiful. That's the last turn of those tomatoes. Oh no, it's not. That's the last turn of that tomato. Right, okay. Fine. We're good for seeds now. Let's get that replanted. There we go. Upgraded. 6 a turn now. And we'll get the remedy rug. That's the last one, sickness. So it's sickness and then cataclysm are the other 2 domains. Cataclysm can affect the environment. When I was playing it, like playing my very first playthrough, right at the end, it affected it really badly. And sickness, well, it can make your pips sick. You know, stop them from working, that sort of thing. Can kill, I guess. So we don't want that. Come on. Why are you not letting me right click on that? Right, thank you. I find the right click can be a little bit buggy in this, but I love it, so I forgive it for it. I forgive it everything. All its little like tooltips down at the bottom where you can't see anything, or at the side. I forgive it. It's just too good. It just makes me happy. It just makes me so happy. The remedy rug has been learned, which means we can get healing. Yeah, I think we get the hen. The egg hut, I should say. Get the egg hut. Right, next turn. 2 turns for the Doom. Look at that, 100%. We have smashed it. Get more berries on the go. Swimming in food. Swimming in food. You love to see it. But we're starting to butt up against the resource cap. Oh. An omen's coming. Right. The omen's going to come in 6 days. We can't stop it. We'll see it after this Doom, which is the next turn. That's fine. Actually, did we make tools? We did. We did. Right. I think we go for workshop next, right? We go for workshop next. We get a stone gathering thing somewhere round about here. To be honest, I think the best one is probably here. Come off the tomatoes. We don't need the tomatoes right now. You get making that, then we can get making stone, and then once we have enough stone, we can make the workshop. And here comes the Doom. Here it comes. Oh, hurry up, I can't talk. I can't breathe. Unlock memories. Oh. Turned out we did alright. We got a boon. Oh, why the borders are like the sound of that. I like the sound of that. Less signposts. Less things need to worry about. Oh, we fought the Doom brought upon us, but I sense that this is not the end. Uh-oh. I see it now. New and stronger challenges are coming. The prophecy is clearer in my mind. Let me tell you what fate has in store for us. There we go. This is it. We must strive to reach the next Doom event. Remember, this will not be the last. Ta-da! Beautiful. Oh, look at those expanded borders. Less signposts. And we've got a memory as well. Little mini events. Get that picked. And let's go happy. And we've got 2 memory points left. But yeah, this is Dottage. This is Dottage. It's quite an old game. Couple of years. But I love it. Absolutely love it. And if you like city builders, if you like resource management, if you like all that good stuff, I think you'll love this. So give it a go. But thank you very much if you've been watching. And I've been MaceyJustice. And I shall see you in the next video. Take care. See you in the next video when I get this stopped. Sorry. I'm bad at this. I'm bad at YouTube.